Hi guys, here again for your rental market update for February. And I don't want to give you guys boring stats that you can read in the newspaper about the vacancy rate and things like that, which are sometimes hard to interpret. So I am going to share one stat with you, and then I want to have a chat to you about what I'm seeing going on and what I'm concerned about for the next couple of months. So the stat to share is about 90% of our rental properties are leasing for the asking price, 10% are leasing for under that mark. So that just shows to you, from my point of view, that about 10% of properties at least the owners are trying to get a little bit more for the property and trying the market to see if there's a demand there. 90% are achieving what they want, and when those 90% of properties are getting leased at the asking price, that also means sometimes above, which is still happening. We're still finding about 30 people are going through a home open of a well-priced property, resulting in 30% of applications being received. So that is very consistent as it's been in the last few months. Concerns coming up. We have got the end of the emergency period this month, which is a massive concern because this is the time where tenants are being forced to vacate and rental increases can come into effect. What we are seeing is a lot of desperation. Now, the rental market is very hot for $350 per week. It's a very safe budget that a lot of families and a lot of tenants are having. The next jump is $750 to $1,000 in the South Perth area particularly. So there's a lot of demand for properties there. We're also seeing a big demand for 3-bedroom properties. Now, the reason for that is we are going to find a lot of people having to couch surf and a lot of friends and family having to bring people into their property because they might be experiencing a problem with finding a rental property. Now, property managers have a choice of applications when they come in. You've got to be a 10 out of 10 tenant to actually get seen. If you skip a beat on your application, there's a good chance it's going to be overlooked. And this is causing a lot of frustration for tenants, totally get it, especially with the rent increases as well, a lot of frustration for tenants being issued with that or being asked to vacate. So a lot of stress out there. Now, the problems that are going to arise as of that, like I just said, we're going to have overcrowding in current rental properties where people are going to have to bring their friends and family in who have no other choice but to do so. That's one problem. The second problem is to you guys that privately manage your property. You're going to be targeted, to be honest. They are going, tenants that aren't a perfect calibre of tenant, and let's face it, those are the ones that are being asked to leave at the end of the emergency period. They are going to be looking for a rental property. They know that property managers through real estate agencies are going to be super strict and they are going to target you. And you guys need to be aware that that is a really genuine problem we are going to have coming up. Now, you can put any price on a property as a private landlord, put any price on for a property and get someone who says, yep, I'm going to take it. But I tell you right now, you are going to have an issue a couple of months after into that tenancy. Come June, you're going to have tenants that can't afford to pay the rent, and they're going to cause you problems, and it is going to be a shit show, in my opinion. So they are the concerns that we are facing in the Perth rental market, and things to be really aware of. Remember, there are people being forced to be evicted and forced to have a significant rent increase come the end of this month. Those people are going to have, they're going to be out, looking for someone vulnerable to take them on. So keep that in mind. Things that you could do if you were a private landlord is maybe look at using a real estate agent for the next 12 months. I'd probably highly recommend that, and I think it'd be worth every single dollar to do so. So that would probably be my tip moving forward as a private landlord. And for existing landlords who have tenants in place that are possibly concerned about the overcrowding, trust your property manager's judgment to do an inspection and see if it's a concern or not. There are going to be times where it's not a concern, and you just need to have those healthy discussions with the tenant as to how long that situation may be there for. So they are sort of the only two tips that I have to let you know, and that is my market update for February with my concerns moving forward with the rental market. And yeah, come June, I think we're just going to have some complications there, and I think there's going to be some very stressed out property property managers between now and then. We're pretty lucky in our office. We have great clientele, and I'm very happy. But I know real estate agents where they're copying daily abuse for these rent increases and evictions, and it's not fair to the property manager who's there just to work for their clients. So time will tell. Anyway, I just want to give you guys a market update on those boring stats that you can get from the newspaper. So I hope that gives you a bit more of an indication of what goes through the mind of someone in real estate, in property management, on the floor. And feel free to touch base if you want to have a chat about it a little bit more and any concerns you may have.